Hi, I'm David Cantor with the law offices of David Michael Cantor, and today I'm going to talk about the penalties for a first offense super extreme DUI. What's a super extreme DUI? In Arizona, an extreme DUI is if you're 0.150 blood alcohol or higher. They also have an enhancement provision, commonly known as a super extreme, if you're a 0.20 blood alcohol or higher. Now, if you have a first offense case in which you're a 2.0 or higher and you have no prior DUIs within the previous 7 years. You can have some that are older, but they're not eligible unless they're within the past 7 years. Then the mandatory minimum punishment is as follows: 45 days in jail, 31 of it can be suspended if you get an ignition interlock device on your vehicle. The jail cost for 45 days would be $3,750. The fines and surcharges, the mandatory minimums, $3,244. You have to get a substance abuse screening for alcohol classes. That's mandatory, which is $50 for the screening, and they'll require 36 classes that run $585. Your license will be suspended for 3 months, and then for the next 18 months after you get your license back, you have to have an ignition interlock device on your vehicle, and that runs $1,500 to $1,800. Now that device is a breath testing device hooked to your steering wheel. You have to blow into it every time you start your car for 18 months, and 15 minutes, each 15 minutes after it's running, you have to blow into it again. Now every 3 months, you have to take your car down to the specific testing facility. They'll download the chip to make sure that you haven't been driving with alcohol in your system. You'll also be required to get an SR22. What that is an insurance requirement in which the insurance company will tell DMV if your insurance lapses. And you have to pay them $500 a year for the next 3 years for that privilege. On top of all of that, here's the real kicker. Your insurance will go up $3,000 a year higher than it is now for the next 3 years. So that's going to run $9,000. So if you decided, okay, I was convicted of a first offense super extreme DUI, I will go ahead and take the bus. I'm not going to get a car after I get out of jail. You will still have to pay the government $9,429 over the course of 3 years. If you do get insurance and decide to drive, now it jumps up to $19,929 over the course of 3 years. Other repercussions: commercial driver's license. If you're a doctor, a nurse, a pilot, a lawyer, real estate license, government, military, it's going to affect your jobs. You can be fired, lose your CDL. If you do outside sales, that's gone. Real estate license, they're going to make you jump through hoops to get your real estate license back. So there's all sorts of repercussions. This is something where you absolutely should have a lawyer if you've been charged with a first offense super extreme DUI. If you go to our victories section under our website, dmcantor.com, you're going to see that we've handled thousands of these cases, and many times we can knock a super extreme DUI down to a regular DUI. What's that? 45 days in jail becomes 1 day in jail. The fines and the fees that are $9,400 drop down to $4,000. That alone saves you almost $5,500. Also, many times we can knock it down to just a reckless, which is just a fine, or maybe get it dismissed completely. But if this applies to you, go to our website, fill out a contact form, set a meeting with us. It's a free initial consultation, or you can call, and it doesn't cost you anything, but it takes about 30 minutes. So if this applies to you, a loved one, or a family member, give us a call, come on in and meet with us. We'd love to help you out.